Hello there. It's another beautiful day, and I have the utmost pleasure of welcoming you to another riveting episode of Titans and Trailblazers. Titans and Trailblazers is a brand new show that we've engineered to invite some of the best brains on the continent of Africa who are blazing trails in business, in the arts, in academia, in science. And what we do is that we try to get them onto the show to share their experiences with us, and then to make some advocacy regarding what we can do to build better social cultural environment for this beautiful continent called Africa. They also invariably share with us some of their own thoughts on how you, who are consumers of the show, can get some tidbits from their life in order to improve your own professional advancement, your own social advancement. So all in all, it's a show that gives you something to take on personally, and then gives Africa something to use to improve the general performance of the continent. So thank you for joining us again. I'm Professor Robert Ebohenson, Professor of Marketing at the University of Ghana Business School, and we'll be back again real soon. Stay tuned.
Whether you're a wholesaler, retailer, or consumer, MNC Logistics and Trading is your trusted partner in minerals and food commodities trading. Experience the difference with MNC Logistics and Trading for your commodities trading. We operate a well-equipped laboratory that smelts and assays gold to ensure transparent, credible, and reliable minerals transactions. Our general food commodity market deals with imports and exports of food products such as rice, sugar, and grains. We pride ourselves on delivering products that meet the highest standards of quality and taste. With our expertise in international trading and logistics, we bridge customers far and wide. Locate us at number 4 Neosai Interfo Avenue, East Legon, Accra. Call us on 030-299-8246 or visit our website www.mnclogisticsandtrading.com. MNC Logistics and Trading, hub of confidence.
MNC Group is a leading investment holding company with expertise in minerals and food commodity trading, precious minerals refinery, real estate development, and logistics and energy. With individually registered companies, our headquarters is located in Accra, Ghana, with operational offices in Dubai, UAE, Hong Kong, and Guangzhou in China, Johannesburg in South Africa, Virginia in the USA, and Milan, Italy. We connect business markets and drive growth. Trust us to maximize value in every deal. Call us on 0302-551-917 or 0302-551-918 or send us an email mncgroup@mncgroupgh.com. MNC Group, totally reliant.
Welcome back to Titans and Trailblazers, and for today's monologue, I have a book that has a bit of a sentimental attachment to it. So I'll give you a small backstory. As it turns out, so I started my career as an academic in February 2003. So since we are in 2025, I've done some 22 years working across countries, working across universities, and it's been a total pleasure. My first book ever was in 2005. It was a book we edited. It was entitled Business in Ghana. And the book was published at that time by a local publisher called Whaley Publishing. So I did some work with Whaley, did some work with Sedco, and a couple of other local publishers. About 7-8 years ago, I was doing some work in Bloemfontein. I've been teaching at the University of the Free State Business School for about 12, 13 years. And on this particular occasion, I was praying and asking God that, look, I want to start doing some work, but this time with international publishers, your Springers, your Palgraves, your IAP Publishing, your Edward Elgar Publishing, and so on and so forth. So as I was in prayer, I was wondering who to start this journey with, and I just come across a certain professor online called Ogechi Adiola. As it turned out, she worked at the Lagos Business School, so I reached out and I said, hey, I think God is leading me to work with you on a couple of books, so are you ready to partner with me? She said, oh, why not? Come on, let's do it. And I found a very hardworking, conscientious lady who has been brilliant in co-partnering me on this book journey. As I present to you today, we co-edit the Palgrave series of Marketing in Emerging Economies, which has about 20 books domiciled in there right now. And we work on other projects as well. So the very first book Ogechi and I worked on was this book called Sales Management, a Primer for Frontier Markets. And it was co-authored with my friend, Professor Abednego Fehi, who at that time was Vice Chancellor at the University of Professional Studies. This book was published in 2019, and it was partly financed by a grant I had from Danida under some Development Policy Poverty Monitoring and Evaluation Center of Research Excellence at the University of Ghana. So why did we decide to write on sales? Instead of telling you, let me read the foreword that Professor Louis Nzegu, who at that time was working at the University of Wisconsin-Platteville, wrote as an introduction to the book. This is what Professor Nzegu wrote. Professor Nzegu said, it is indeed my pleasure to write this foreword for Sales Management, a Primer for Frontier Markets. Written by Robert Hinson, Ogechi Adiola, and Abednego Amate, this book will become a leading sales management textbook for Africa. The book details a step-by-step exposition of sales management principles and how they apply to frontier and emerging markets. The authors have identified challenges often associated with sales management in the African environment, suggested a framework for analyzing key issues, and created strategic sales action plans that will help organizations emerge as winners in the face of market obstacles. Professor Nzegu said, students and sales practitioners committed to developing winning sales strategies will find in this book both theoretical and practical views of sales management with articles, case studies, and expert opinions on key subjects that are relevant to the challenges and solutions in modern African markets. Now, before I continue, let me tell you about this issue around expert opinions. What we did was that in order to give the book a very practical look and feel, we sourced several experts from countries like Tanzania, from Nigeria, from Ghana, and then for the subjects we broached in the book, we engaged them to find out from them what their thoughts also were. So we combined their wisdom with case studies we had crafted, and then we had at the base solid sales theory, because, sometimes I have people say things like, oh, Prof, we want some practical steps. And I look at them, they are abysmal at business development, they are abysmal at sales. When you are teaching them basic frameworks for getting this right, they don't listen, they say practical. Listen, if you are going to do well in business, you need to know the concepts that underpin whatever it is you are going to do. Whether you are in franchise management, you are in working capital management, you are in purchasing and supply, you are in procurement, you are in marketing, you need to understand the theory and the concepts that underpin the business activity you are in, and then you take the context and the circumstances and apply the theories and concepts in the context. That's how you get optimal results. So there's no good practice without good theory. And this is something I need to drive home as you listen to this sales management monologue. Professor Nzegu goes on to say that for years, sales and marketing experts have cited many reasons for the high failure rates of businesses in Africa, including management incompetency, lack of sales experience, lack of strategic focus, and uncontrolled growth. This book is intended to help business students and practitioners build critical skills for recognizing and applying strategic, and then here this one, pragmatic sales management concepts within a competitive consumer environment. It's important we stress competitive consumer environment because these days, sales battles are being waged in both brick and mortar and digital formats. And if competition ever existed in 2025, competition is keener than it has ever been in almost every industry on earth. And because there are so many technological disruptors today, competition is even more keen. So when you take an Airbnb that disrupted the regular hotel market, competition became intense. You take these ride-hailing apps, Uber, Yango, that came to disrupt regular picking of taxis to go to and fro. Disruption occurred. Competitive pressure went up. Consumer choices expanded. So the need to be on top of sales has become even more dire. You need to understand what you're doing. Professor Nzegu argued further that we utilized a unique we utilize a unique pedagogy, and he believed that those who read the book will appreciate the interrelationships among the key areas that comprise the sales management field. He said the content of this book delivers a fair balance to all major sales management roles and responsibilities. Chapter 1 of the book addresses fundamentals of personal selling, attributes of successful salespeople, and characteristics of successful selling. Chapter 2 stresses or focuses on the personal selling process and discusses ways to create a climate for successful selling, and is especially useful to readers who are unfamiliar with personal selling. Listen, as for selling, whether you're in finance or procurement, you need it. CEO, Minister of State, you need it. In fact, presidents who want to retain power must know how to sell. Because if you don't know how to sell, your relevance can become challenged. The customer affinities towards you can become weak. The emotional connections can begin to unravel, and soon nobody will want you anymore. So sales is useful for everyone. In chapter 3, we deal with issues of broad marketing frameworks and how sales emanates from the broader service marketing mix. So the service marketing mix is product, price, place, promotion, fiscal evidence, processes, and people. And sales comes from the promotion element of the service marketing mix. We talk about issues around market research and how it's important to sales management success. In chapter 4, we discuss sales forecast, how to do an intelligent and a realistic sales forecast. Because anytime they say things like, bring your 2026 budget, and I hear that everywhere, public sector, bring your budget. Most of what is contained in proper budgets are sales forecast. So if your sales forecasting is weak, you are in trouble. You need to know how to do sales forecast. Then chapter 5 talks about how to organize an effective sales effort. Chapter 6 focuses on the features and value of sales planning, sales recruitment, and sales selection processes. In chapter 7, we talk about sales training and how to go about conducting efficacious sales training. Chapter 8 discusses Salesforce reward systems, and we discuss issues of compensation plans. It's a very critical issue in sales management. Do we do straight commission? Do we do straight salary? Do we do a combination? What percentage should be a base pay? What percentage should be tied to your performance? It's a very tricky area. You need to get this book. Chapter 9, we deal with information management and customer relationship management. Chapter 10, we tell you how to lead a world-class sales force. And then we close in chapter 11 on how to evaluate salesperson performances. Listen, I've said this on many platforms, and I'll repeat it again tonight for the purpose of those listening and having heard me say it before. In Achimota, we had a book called Death of a Salesman. And there was a particular quote that said, the only thing you have in the world is what you can sell. And the funny thing is that you are a salesperson and you didn't even know it. We all need sales. Go out, go to Amazon, buy this book. It will help you in every facet of business endeavor. Thank you for listening. We'll be back again soon with more of Titans and Trailblazers. Stay tuned.
MGL Logistics and Supply is your trusted partner, providing seamless solutions for all your procurement needs. From sourcing products to managing imports and exports, we ensure smooth and efficient transactions every step of the way. Whether you require goods from across the globe or need assistance in exporting your products to international markets, we got you covered. General trading is at the heart of our expertise. We specialize in a wide range of products, catering to various industries and markets. As a trusted dealership in building materials, we provide high-quality products that meet the demands of our construction projects. Additionally, we act as manufacturers' representatives, connecting producers with distributors. Our expertise in logistics is the backbone of our operations. We plan and execute transportation and delivery of goods, ensuring they reach their destination on time and in optimal condition. MGO Logistics and Supply, guaranteed satisfaction.
Finding the ideal property shouldn't be a daunting task. With MNC Properties, property sales, rentals, and management is a walk in the park. We believe everyone deserves a place to call home. That's why we specialize in providing affordable housing options under our flagship project, Fresh Property Joy, specifically designed for low and medium income earners. Our range of customizable homes includes 2 to 3 bedroom standard and executive options, all meticulously crafted using innovative interlocking brick technology. We offer flexible payment options tailored to your individual needs, plus litigation-free lands in vibrant and upscale communities that presents the perfect opportunity to build your dream home. We are committed to making affordable housing a reality. Whether you're looking to buy, rent, or invest, we've got you covered. Our service team is ready to assist you on 0302 551 917. MNC Properties, choice of class.
Welcome back to Titans and Trailblazers. And today I have Mr. COVID himself in the studio. You know, this guy, I mean, COVID was a star. He was telling us why we won't die and about genome sequencing. So if you survive COVID, I don't even need to introduce the man again. This guy has been my friend for decades, and he's the Pro-Vice Chancellor of the University of Ghana, astute scientist, and a man of many parts. So today we'll unpack bit by bit, and then we can find a good way forward. Professor Wandari, welcome to Titans and Trailblazers.
Thank you, my brother.
Good to have you, sir.
Yes, sir.
So let's start from where you were born. Where did you come from? Because you've come very far. I want to know where you started from and became a shooting star.
Yeah. So it's a pleasure to be here,
yes, please.
Prof, and it's good to see you.
Yes, please.
So I come from a village called Kandiga, which
okay.
is in the Upper East region. It's between Bolga and Avrongo,
yes,
somewhere in between.
Okay.
So at the time I was born, that's where my mother was when, she went into labor. But I was actually born at the Bolga Hospital, which was, the biggest hospital nearby.
Indeed.
So in terms of actual place of birth, is at the Bolga Tanga Hospital, which is now a regional hospital.
Indeed.
Yeah, but I was basically living in Kandiga at the time.
Okay.
Yes. So that's where I was born.
Okay.
Yes.
Primary school, secondary school, what happened?
Yes. So primary school, I bounced around a bit.
Okay.
Because my father moved a little bit. So when I was ready to go to school, my father was doing his first degree national service at the Boku Secondary School.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was a teacher?
Yes.
Very profound.
I was
Okay.
teaching accounting.
Are you serious? Really?
Yes.
Accounting?
Yes.
Oh, then business, you have to visit us more.
I was teaching accounting at the Boku Secondary School.
Wow.
Bokusek.
Bokusek, okay.
Yeah, and so that's where I started in a school called Akanda Preparatory School.
Okay, okay.
And Akanda it stands for a male guinea fowl.
Oh, really? Okay, okay, interesting.
So I was in school with the learned Raymond Atobuga.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, that's why you and Raymond go way back.
At that time, his father was the headmaster
of the school?
Yeah.
And your dad was teaching accounting?
Yes.
Oh, you told me you should have come to business school, but no problem.
Yeah. No, actually, he was assistant headmaster. Yeah,
Okay.
I think he was assistant headmaster at the time. Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, so we went to school there together with his brother Francis.
Okay.
So that's where I started, and then I think after 2 years or so, once my father was done with his national service, he got a job in Bolga, Tanga, so we moved back to Bolga.
Correct.
And then I went to the then Bolga Preparatory School.
Correct.
Which which was a very prestigious school at the time.
Indeed.
And then something interesting happened. There was the revolution.
Oh, okay. 79?
Yeah. No, this would be 82, I think.
82, 81, 82, okay.
Yeah, and then the school was perceived as being occupied by only children of the privileged, and the local people were not given an opportunity to go to the school. So as a result of the revolution, there was a policy that half of the pupils should be removed and replaced with children from the community.
Not so privileged ones.
Exactly.
Okay.
I wasn't privileged, but I was lucky to be there. But unfortunately for me, so they did something called it's sort of a ballot. So you pick your ballot. If it's yes, you stay. If it's no,
you're out. My goodness. Okay.
And I picked no.
Oh.
So that was the end of my stay in Bogota Preparatory.
Indeed.
So I was there for less than a year actually, and then I had to leave. And then at the time, my mother too was a teacher in Bolga, so she tried to put me in a number of schools. So I bounced around a few schools, Bogatanga Experimental, St. George's, but then I settled at Presbyterian Primary School, which was a new school at the time.
Indeed.
And so that's where I stayed until I finished my class 6.
Correct.
And then I did the common entrance and the Notre Dame entrance exam and all that. And then I went to Notre Dame.
Correct.
Yes, so that's where primary happened. Then I went to Notre Dame where I did my O-levels.
Correct.
From 86 to 91.
So you read science?
Yes.
Physics, chemistry, biology, art, maths.
Yes. Maths. So actually, yes. So those days you choose your subjects after Form 3.
Yeah, very much. Yes.
Yeah.
So you go to art or science.
Yeah, exactly.
Science.
So I did science
over
there, and then I went to Presec after that for my C4.
No, but with your accounting dad, why did you go and choose science? You could have.
But you'll be surprised. I did accounting as part of my O-level.
Oh wow!
So even though I was a science student, I did accounting. It was called Principles of Accounting.
Oh, I see.
So yeah, so my O-level there was accounting because of the influence of the father.
Okay.
Yeah. So I did accounting, and I actually enjoyed accounting and economics. And, I guess because I think I like quantitative stuff.
Okay.
I like numbers and data and stuff.
I did O-level science and then went to art rather. So you continued. So it's one accounting and then continue the science.
Yeah.
I did paramecium and spirogyra and IUPAC nomenclature, and then I went straight to
all those away and then you went
economics.
to okay, all right, yeah.
So you went to Presec for sixth form.
I went to Presec for sixth form, 91 to 93.
Physics, chemistry, biology, or physics, chemistry, maths?
So I did physics, chemistry, maths, and then I did statistics. So I did four subjects.
Oh, okay.
Plus the general paper.
Okay.
So yeah, I did an extra subject.
Really?
Yeah. At the time, in Presec it was common that those of us who did maths were encouraged to do statistics in addition.
Really? Really?
Yeah. So
In Achimota, that would have been engines, not so the medical guys would have done biology, not maths. So it's interesting
okay.
you read maths.
Yeah. So at the time, I wasn't really
Into the biology side.
into the biology.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
So I was more of a numbers guy.
Numbers guy.
I love maths. So I did the maths and then I did statistics.
Okay.
Yeah. So then after that, A level, then UG. So I came to University of Ghana in '94.
So what did you choose to study in UG?
So I came there ostensibly to study medicine.
Oh, medicine. Oh, okay.
So,
that was the plan. Okay.
So I came there to study medicine. But, you know, that was when they started this system where you would all do biological sciences in the first year.
Yes.
And then when you are going to the second year, they will shortlist you based on your grade point average.
Yes.
And then you go for an interview.
Indeed.
And then they select the chosen ones.
Indeed.
And then the rest of us have to find our level. Yeah, so anyway, I went through that process and I wasn't among the chosen
ones. Okay.
The chosen ones. So I had to find somewhere to go.
Okay.
And I looked at the options and biochemistry was the next best option.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's how I ended up.
Was Ikisi there at the time? Ikisi?
Yeah, she was my classmate.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh, wow, okay.
So I think we went through the same journey.
But Ikisi is in marketing now, not doing
know,
COVID
but,
research.
I know, but the biochemistry, that gave her all the...
I totally agree.
The brain
power to sort of pursue. I agree.
I think it really opens your thinking.
I agree.
And you're able to do anything. We have biochemists who went on to become bank managers.
I agree.
You know.
I agree. They like banking a lot. A lot of them go to banking, yes, for what it's worth.
Yes.
So you did biochemistry first degree. Was Professor Saki your lecturer? Or he hadn't started teaching this?
No.
What about Rodrigues?
Yes, Prof. Rodrigues. Yes, Prof. Rodrigues. He was teaching us.
He's a chartered marketer too.
Yeah, I know. He too has...
different parts of his life, yes.
Yeah, so Prof. Rodrigues was there. He taught us. But Prof. Saki wasn't there at the time. Prof. Saki taught us when we were doing our masters.
Okay.
So when I went back to do my masters in biochemistry, then that's when Prof. Saki taught us.
Okay.
Yeah. So yes. So
that first degree,
second degree biochem.
Okay.
In between that, I did my national service at the department as a TA.
Okay.
More like a RA. I was doing research.
Okay.
With Professor Marian Ramadi.
Oh, wow.
So that's how I started. That's how I started. Yes.
Okay.
that's how I got into research.
Okay.
Working on her project.
Indeed.
Yeah, and then I was also a teaching assistant alongside. Then after that, enrolled into the master's program. 2 years. That's when I started working on malaria during my master's. I worked with Professor Akamori.
Yeah, the famous Akamori.
Yes.
Yeah, I know him.
Yeah. So I did a lot of my research at Noguchi.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you know Nancy?
Nancy Dua.
Yes. The famous Nancy. Okay.
Dua Kwashi.
Yes.
Yes. So I know her well, and after my my masters, I worked in Noguchi for I think a year or so. Before I was then invited to join the department as a lecturer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Biochem,
yes.
Okay.
So I joined the department in 2002.
Correct.
As a lecturer.
Okay.
At the time, even with an MPhil, you were appointed as a lecturer.
But it means you started from, because I started in 2003. So it means you were here before me.
So I'm your senior in some way.
Congratulations, sir. You're totally my senior.
I'm your senior in some way.
Then it's good you are here today. Okay, all right.
Yeah. So, I started in 2002.
Okay.
But then next year, 2003, I left to do my PhD. So I wasn't around for a long time.
Indeed.
Yeah, so I went to do my PhD.
Why did you study where you studied for a PhD? You're in Pittsburgh, right?
Yes, so I went to University of Pittsburgh. And again, it was just, let's say, if you are religious, you say that it was divine.
Yeah, or the hand of God.
Yes,
okay.
Because after my master's, when I was at Noguchi, I went to a malaria conference in Arusha, Tanzania. And I went to present my master's work.
Indeed.
And at the session where we were having the presentation, I was sitting next to someone who was also going to present after me.
Correct.
So when I finished presenting, and then I came and sat down, he leaned over to me and said, are you a postdoc?
Yeah, because I thought this was like, this man, he must know what he's saying.
Exactly. He said, are you a postdoc? And I said, no, that's my master's work. I'm yet to do my PhD.
Indeed.
And he said, oh, that's interesting.
Wow.
Let's talk after the session.
Wow.
So it turns out that he was a professor from the University of Pittsburgh.
Indeed.
And he had a grant.
Indeed.
That was for training African scientists. That was meant to give scholarships to African scientists to work on malaria research.
Absolutely.
So, of course, that opportunity came. So he after the session, we had a chat. We went to go have a drink together, and then he said, "Send me your thesis. Let me see how well you can write."
Indeed.
Right?
That's important.
Yes.
That's when boys come and stress you.
Yeah, exactly. So when I sent my thesis to him, after a few days, he got back to me and said, "Oh, this looks really good, very impressive." So I should apply to the University of Pittsburgh for admission to the PhD program. If I get admission, he will take me into his lab and give me a scholarship.
Absolutely.
He'll fund it.
Absolutely.
And so that's what happened. So I applied, I got admission, and he took me to his lab, and that's how I got to go to University of Pittsburgh.
Yeah. So let's pause there because I have a couple of questions I want to follow on with.
Yeah.
So if you've listened to your own story, and I've been listening to you, at every juncture, there's been something that has to do with a relationship you formed or something you did because you studied under Irama, you went to this conference.
Yeah.
I think that academics in Africa are not intentionally more about relationship building and then developing a certain stakeholder network that you can tap into for help.
Absolutely.
So please, what are your thoughts on that? Because I find that people are now very careless, they're not intentional. They go for conferences, get grants from Legon, go and come. When you ask them, so who did you meet? Oh, shall I just present where they say? I said, no, you can't say where they say. But there was no plan for the conference you went. So please, dwell a bit on the relationship and the stakeholder management bit. How critical is it for building your career?
Absolutely. I think that sometimes people misunderstand academia to think that you just have to be, focused and just stick to the subject. No, it's a human enterprise as well.
It is.
And you need to build those relationships.
Yes, please.
You need to be open.
Yes, please.
And you have to have confidence because a lot of these places, when you go, the way you present yourself, the confidence with which you present yourself, opens up opportunities for people to talk to you.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. If you go and hide in a corner and you are timid and you don't want to talk to anybody,
nothing will happen for you.
Opportunities would pass you by because it's not every opportunity that is going to be plastered on the internet you to see.
That's true.
Some opportunities come from having these side conversations.
Absolutely.
This
issue of presenting well, articulating well, showing a mastery of the subject, it's a life and death skill. Like, it's so crucial.
It's very crucial.
And I got an invitation yesterday from the graduate school. They have a PhD workshop next month. So they said, give me 45 minutes to talk about life after PhD, this whole networking thing. But why do African academics don't know that presentation skills are a crucial part of your portfolio if you are going to advance?
Absolutely. We'll talk about WAGBIB later, but at WAGBIB, when I talk to my students during orientation, I tell them that you need 3 things to be successful.
Yes, sir.
First, you have to know the subject matter.
Your scholarship.
That is very good.
Subject matter.
That one, the technical knowledge. That one is not negotiable.
Yes.
Number 2, you have to be able to write.
Come on.
Because English is a language of science, whether you like it or not.
I believe it, sir.
So you have to be able to write properly.
And write well.
And write well.
Come on.
And then number 3, you have to be able to Speak.
Present. Oh, sir, that's why I like you in my
There-
studio.
there's no way around these three.
No.
And I always tell them that some people are born with them, with some, and then you need to go and acquire the others.
I agree.
But it's up to you to recognize which of them you have,
Absolutely.
which ones you don't have, and you go get them.
That is it.
So you may be born with the ability to speak,
That's right. But you don't
then
write too well.
you don't write too well. You have to go
You
and
have
get
to
it.
strengthen it.
The technical one, you have to go get it.
Absolutely.
Make sure you master your subject.
Absolutely.
And when you are speaking, you know exactly what you're talking about.
Absolutely.
And you can field any question because you know 360 about the subject.
Actually, you invite questions. It's like,
It gives an opportunity to
ask
demonstrate
more.
your
ask more.
your,
ask more.
your
Anything
knowledge.
else? Yes, you keep saying anything else because you are
Exactly.
totally prepared.
Exactly.
So
So it's
technical
not negotiable.
competence,
Technical competence.
writing competence, and then oral speaking. You must be your oral communication must be world class.
I think that's what you need as a scientist. But I think you would tell me that even in any field,
you
you
do.
need that to be at the top.
So you finish your PhD, then you did postdoc or you rush back.
Oh no.
Why didn't you come? You should have come back. I understand you got some Navy contract.
Yeah.
What happened after the PhD?
Yeah. So
Was your supervisor happy with you
yeah. In fact, my supervisor wanted me to stay with him.
and sort of become a regular
to work,
faculty?
to work with him, yes.
Okay.
But I wanted to, first I wanted to come home. That's my ultimate goal, was that I wanted to come home. But secondly, I wanted to do something a little different from what my supervisor's lab was doing, just to broaden my knowledge. And I was working on malaria. So in my my supervisor's lab, we're looking more at the immune response, how the part of it from the human side.
Correct.
How do we respond to malaria?
Correct.
How do we respond to the infection of the parasite? So that's sort of like the host response. That's what we call the host response.
Indeed.
But I wanted to also learn about the parasite itself.
Okay.
Which is the other side of it.
Correct.
So I wanted an experience with working with the parasite itself, more with the parasite itself, and understanding the parasite biology more.
Indeed.
So that when I get back home, I understand the parasite very well. I know all the people who work in that area, I have the network in that area.
Indeed.
And then I also know from the human side,
Absolutely.
how we respond, all the factors that determine how we respond and whether we do well or not.
Indeed.
And all the networks around that
area.
side. So I'm fully equipped. So when I was finishing my PhD, I was applying for postdoc positions here and there. So I got a number of offers from Harvard, from University of San Francisco, and others. But what really drove me to go to work with the Army was the malaria parasite, biology aspect. So,
Correct.
So I went to work with the Walter Reed Army Institute of Research
Indeed.
in Silver Spring, Maryland. So this is the research wing of the U.S. Army. And so they have a malaria vaccine development division.
Okay.
So I went to work with the malaria vaccine development division in Silver Spring. So I was there for 3 years, where we discovered a new receptor for the malaria parasite.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was really
It was breakthrough. Awesome.
And I was
You're in the center of it.
I was
So you
yes,
had money.
I was lucky to I was lucky to be part of that,
Team, yes.
and in fact that really propelled what I did when I got back home.
Indeed.
Because when I came with that discovery, and so I came with ideas of how we could take that forward.
Absolutely.
In the field, in the clinical setting.
Absolutely.
Because this was done in Maryland, where there's no malaria.
Indeed.
So we're dealing with parasites that we keep in the lab.
That's right.
But now we had the opportunity to look at malaria parasites that are actually infecting people.
Absolutely.
So when I came home, it was that
You built on it.
I built on that. And that's how we got the research in Ghana going.
Okay.
Yeah.
From Walter Reed
From Walter Reed, yes.
to Legon.
To Legon.
So when did you get back to take up your lecturer position again?
So I came back in 2010, July.
Okay.
So it's almost 15 years now.
Wow.
Yeah. 2 months' time, it will be 15 years. So I
You
came
were
back.
away for like 7 years.
Yeah, I was away for 7 years, from
Okay.
2003 to 2010.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I
that
see.
was 4 years of the PhD, and then 3 years with the Army Research Institute.
So by the time you were coming, in what sort of journals had you published it? When you're coming after the postdoc, when had you published?
Well, we had published in, some of the popular journals, Infection Immunity, Journal of Infectious Diseases, the work on the discovery of the new receptor. We published in a journal called PLOS Pathogens, which was really a top journal at the time. Still a top journal, but that's when it had really emerged and was really, famous for this type of, molecular level research into pathogens.
Absolutely.
So it's called PLOS Pathogens.
Yes.
So I've published in that. Genomics, some of the genomics journals. And
I'll tell you why I asked that question. So, I've done some work. I've been away for a while in other universities, and I found across Africa that people say funny things like, but Prof, it's Scopus Index, why don't they want to promote me? Without understanding that you need to demonstrate scholarship in the area in which you work at a fundamental level.
Yes.
Then you can do some ancillary appendages, but here you are, you're publishing in funny journals, and then you say, you hear, is Scopus Index alone the requirement for being a good scholar?
No.
It's not.
You have to, publish in the reputable journals in your primary field of research.
So on the issue of primary field of research, we'll be back with more of Titans and Trailblazers. Stay tuned.
Finding the ideal property shouldn't be a daunting task. With MNC Properties, property sales, rentals, and management is a walk in the park. We believe everyone deserves a place to call home. That's why we specialize in providing affordable housing options under our flagship project, Fresh Property Joy, specifically designed for low and medium income earners. Our range of customizable homes includes 2 to 3 bedroom standard and executive options, all meticulously crafted using innovative interlocking brick technology. We offer flexible payment options tailored to your individual needs, plus litigation-free lands in vibrant and upscale communities that presents the perfect opportunity to build your dream home. We are committed to making affordable housing a reality. Whether you're looking to buy, rent, or invest, we've got you covered. Our service team is ready to assist you on 0302 551 917. MNC Properties, choice of class.
Welcome back to Titans and Trailblazers. We're talking about scholarship, where to publish, and so on and so forth, and how it becomes contentious sometimes. Because people don't quite understand that it's important to have demonstrable capacity in your core area first, and then you can do ancillary work a little later. So you came back, and then you took up your position again, and then tell us what happened with the WACBIP issues.
So I came back as I started my lab and build partnerships with LECMA and Kintampo Health Research and Napronga Health Research.
Kintampo, is that where KS is?
Who?
KS. KS, I forget his full name.
Poku Asante.
Poku Asante.
Yeah.
Okay. It's my classmate from Achimoto School. Yes, okay.
Yeah, that's KP.
KP. I meant KP. KP Asante.
Yeah. So so I set up these partnerships, and we started doing our research. When I go back, the main energy I was bringing was energy for writing grants.
Indeed.
So.
And that's good energy.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I spent my time in the US deliberately mastering the scale of writing grants, because I knew what I left behind at the department. I knew the level of,
grantsmanship and
the
resources.
the level of lack of resources.
Lack of resources,
The poverty.
Fair point. Fair of
The
resources.
poverty of resources,
Absolutely.
you know.
Absolutely.
And so I knew that the only way we could really turn it around was to write grants.
Indeed.
Because, you know, it was clear that it's not something government can make happen. So we had to write grants. So really, I specifically armed myself with the necessary skills and tools to write grants. So when I got back, I spent a lot of my time writing grants, you know, staying late in the night and weekends and just writing grants and putting them in various places.
Indeed.
You know, so after about 1 year, we started getting grants. So I got first one from the NIH, the US, Royal Society, UK, you know. At the time, they were a substantial grant, but now when you look back, they are small grants, you know, £150,000, $250,000, you know.
At the start.
So to start with, those were
good.
Good,
Yes,
you know.
yes.
So that's how we started to set up the study sites in Accra, Kintampo, Navrongo, and to set up the lab, get some basic equipment in the lab. Fortunately, Prof. Saki had acquired some two hoods, biosafety cabinets.
Indeed.
And I convinced him to give me one. So it was one of the things we started with. Then we added a few equipment to start, you know, growing malaria parasites and doing some of the cellular and molecular level work that we wanted to do. Started having students, master students, PhD students.
You changed the name of your department too, or?
No, the change came during the time I was away.
Oh, okay.
Even though it was implemented just when I came, 2010.
Yeah, I think it was just when you came,
the period to change it started before I came. So it was, you know, Prof. Saki and others who you know, led the process to change the department.
Yes.
So when I came,
you just fell in.
I just fell in. So I wasn't part of the change, but I welcomed the change because you know
it aligned with what you wanted to do.
Yeah, because you know you have to evolve and you have to respond to the changing trends in science. Science is very dynamic.
Very much.
So we realized that, or the department realized that molecular biology, cell biology, these were now integral parts of the field, and so we had to emphasize those aspects of the department. So it became biochemistry, cell and molecular biology. Before it was just biochemistry.
Indeed.
Yeah, so yeah, it was a welcome change, and it suited me also because with my PhD and the work I did, you know, it wasn't pure biochemistry as you say. It's more of the biology, the molecular biology and cell biology and immunology and those things. So changing the name of the department made it more inclusive.
Indeed.
Yeah, so that's...
So you had undergrad, masters. When did you have a PhD program? Did you have a PhD program by the time you came back? It was
we always had a PhD program.
Okay,
the PhD program has been there for a while.
And it's just that in biochemistry?
Yeah, there was PhD in biochemistry.
Okay.
But with WACBIP, we then added PhD in molecular cell biology of infectious diseases.
Correct.
So now we have two PhD programs.
So when did the WACBIP miracle occur? After your initial NIH grants?
So
it's one of the World Bank Centers of Excellence things. Yes,
World Bank Centers. So once we started doing research, we set up our lab and we were working. At the time, there were several other young faculty who had studied abroad and were back. Patrick Atta, Lydia Mosi, Teresa Manfo, and
some of them went to Achimota School, correct? Yes.
I know. I know. And then, a number of others. And we, so there was some energy in the department.
Indeed.
Young people who had gone and seen, good advanced labs. Yes.
Best in class.
Yes. And so there was that energy in the department that we wanted to change our circumstances.
Indeed.
Yeah. So we were all doing our own small things in our corner. And then this opportunity for the World Bank grant came. So it was a call from the World Bank. They wanted to set up centers of excellence for science, to build science capacity in Africa.
Yes.
And the first call was really for Western and South and Central Africa. Mm-hmm. And so, I got the guys together And we put together a proposal that was building on some of the things that we're already doing.
Indeed.
We used to have some workshops too with the American Society for Cell Biology, which really gave us an idea of the need for these types of skills
Yes.
in African scientists. Because when we did these workshops, these were just 2-week workshops, and we normally got young scientists from across West Africa.
Indeed.
And the demand for those workshops
Was very high.
was very high. And whenever the students came, and by the time they were leaving, I mean, the kind of testimonies they gave about
Absolutely.
the transformative nature of the training.
Absolutely.
So that gave us the idea that we could use that as a platform to create a permanent opportunity
Indeed.
for African scientists to come and experience that level of training.
Indeed.
And empower them to go back and also start doing this type of
course.
cutting edge
Absolutely.
science, what we call basic science. That's what we call basics. Basic as in fundamental science, molecular level, cellular level, going deep down.
Absolutely.
Going deep down.
Absolutely. With appropriate rigor.
Yes, rigor. So that type of science wasn't really common in Africa. You know, in Africa, we were basically being used as sample collectors. So we would do the epidemiology, we would do the sample collection, the field work, and then collaborators would come and take the samples and go to the US or the UK and do this fundamental advanced research, right, over there. And then when they write the papers, our names are in the middle somewhere, and we're only being given credit for sample collection.
No, but if it's Lancet, you don't mind. If your name can 99.
Well, but maybe 1 or 2 of those, but you need some that you are leading.
Front and center.
That you own
Front
the
and
research.
center. Front and center.
Yes.
I agree.
And if you think about innovation, developing drugs, developing vaccines, they own the rights to those things.
Indeed.
If that comes out of the research, they own it because they did it, they funded it, and they did it. You get credited for collecting the samples.
That's it.
But the innovations and the discoveries that come with it, you don't get credited with it.
You know. That's true.
So we felt that as a continent, we needed to reposition ourselves.
I agree.
To own intellectual property.
I agree.
And that can only be done in the context of vaccines and drugs if we did the fundamental research, the basic research,
Indeed.
where the discovery actually happens.
Indeed.
So that we own it.
Absolutely.
So we can patent it.
Absolutely.
So we can develop a product out of it.
Absolutely.
So we felt that we needed to empower African scientists to do that.
Indeed.
And this was what really WACBIB was about. So we wrote a proposal in that spirit that instead of sending our best and brightest to do these kind of programs overseas, we should build the capacity to do it here.
Yes.
So that when they are trained here, they will stay here.
Yes.
The data shows that when we send people overseas, only about half come back or less.
Indeed.
Some of us came back, but so many people do not come back.
Indeed.
And so we cannot continue shipping our best
so
young
before
scientists.
You continue, tell the people what WACBIP is. I'm sorry, we didn't tell them. So what's WACBIP?
So WACBIP stands for West Africa Center for Cell Biology of Infectious Pathogens.
Indeed.
So WACBIP is the acronym WACC-BIP.
Fair.
And our website is simply wacbib.org. So
Indeed.
if you want to find out more about WACBIP, wacbib.org.
Indeed.
You find everything you know about WACBIP. So WACC.
BIP.
Sometimes people do one C.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's
So double
CC, because it's Center for Cell Biology. So that's where double C.
Okay.
Then BIP. Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway,
So I want to train the guys here.
we need to train the guys here because if you want them to remain here, your best chance is to train them here.
Indeed.
And not only the training, but one of the things that I learned by training overseas and coming and starting to do science here to the highest level is that you need additional set of skills in addition to the science in order to be successful in leading science here.
Indeed.
Because when I was working for Walter Reed, if I needed to order reagents, I just go online. We have some intranet. You just put what order it.
And to be supplied.
The next morning,
It's there.
when I came, it was waiting at my door.
There you go.
Before I even open it's sitting there. I just take it and I work on it.
Yes.
Over here, you know the story.
You need miracles.
I mean, the procurement processes within your institution itself
It can be laborious.
takes a lot. Before then, you are now ordering from people who are middlemen.
Yes.
Then they have to now go and order from the manufacturers in another country
Yes.
and bring it to you. It takes at least 6 months to get stuff that you need to work.
Wow.
How do you compete with those on the other side who order it and get it the next day?
Absolutely.
So it takes a different level of planning
And innovation.
and innovation to be able to be competitive.
Absolutely.
So it means that when we are training people to be scientists, to be successful as scientists on the continent,
Yes.
we need to train them on all those other skills.
Very much. Otherwise,
So-
it will cripple them in the middle.
Exactly. So that's why a lot of people get frustrated
That's right.
with science
Yes.
and then they go back. So
That's right.
you hear of so many people that come back from the US or UK within 1 year or 2 years
They're
they've
off.
gone back
Yes.
because the adaptation, you need to have some additional skills
That's true.
to be able to plan
That's right.
and do high quality research here and be competitive.
Indeed.
And so we need to empower our young scientists, not only with molecular biology, cell biology, biochemistry, knowledge and skills, but we need to empower them with
Survival skills.
survival skills, the tenacity, and the innovative
I'm telling you.
mind
I'm telling you.
to work around
The many
the
obstacles.
systems. Yes. And I mean, we'll talk later about how we need to break down those systems
Absolutely.
so that we can unleash the full potential of science
I can
on the
totally
continent.
relate.
Yes,
Yes,
So,
yes,
but
yes.
that's how WAGB started. It was based on that vision of creating a world-class environment to do basic science research, what we call discovery research, which can lead to discovery of vaccines, discovery of drugs, new diagnostics, that are most relevant to our specific
Did the grant cover both
conditions.
masters and PhD students?
Yes. So the World Bank grant was really a game changer because it was a large grant, $8 million, comprehensive. We could do short courses, we could do masters, we could do PhDs.
And postdocs, right?
So we couldn't do postdocs.
Oh, really? That's
yes.
interesting.
So
Oh, wow.
as much as we tried, the World Bank said no, postdocs were not their priority.
Yeah,
They
because
wanted
to train people up to
first.
PhD, yeah.
Yes. So they were prioritizing masters,
Okay.
PhD training, internships, and
That's
those
fair.
kind of
That's
things.
fair.
But
Okay.
postdocs, they were not yet sold on it.
Okay, that's fair.
Later on, they realized it was a mistake. But anyway, at that point, they were
Okay.
not sold on it.
Okay.
So we went in and we went through rounds of competitive processes, desk review, interview, whatever,
know those
site
things.
visits, and
I
you know
did
how
a
it goes.
couple, yeah,
Yes,
even for-
yes. I think you were part
Yeah.
of
I
the
went
subsequent
to-
rounds.
yes,
Yes,
I
yes.
went
So you were part of the panel for the
Absolutely.
phase 2.
Yes, the East Africa thing.
Yes. Yes. But anyway, we went through the process. We subjected ourselves to the competition, and fortunately for us, we were selected.
Okay.
And so we got the money to get going, and that was enormous in transforming the department and creating the center out of it. So upgraded the labs and bought high-end equipment, and most importantly, we're able to give fellowships to some of the best students so that they
Across
don't
the
have to go,
continent.
yes, across
Yeah.
the continent, so they don't have to go overseas,
Indeed.
So that was critical to retain the best scientists here and basically promise them the same thing that they would have had if they went overseas, which is high quality environment, good equipment, technical expertise, supervisors who have the expertise to supervise them, and opportunity to travel. So we demystified the whole thing about going overseas because you could be in our master's or PhD
And go
program.
for conferences abroad.
You go for a conference, you even go and spend 3-6 months in a collaborator's lab
That's right.
in Harvard, in Oxford, Cambridge, whatever. We have collaborators in all these leading institutions. So you get opportunity to go there.
Okay.
And you realize that they are not superhumans over there.
Indeed.
Whatever they are doing there, we can do here.
That's right.
So you go and you come back and you're like, what's the big
nothing.
deal?
Indeed.
We can do it here.
Absolutely.
And then they feel empowered.
Absolutely.
They feel more confident in their abilities,
Absolutely.
and that's wonders for them.
So, in broad strokes, how many master students have we graduated? How many PhDs?
Yes.
And what are they doing now? Are
Yeah.
they changing the world?
Yeah. Yeah. So that's so far we've had almost 500, so about 480 or so.
Okay.
Masters, PhD, postdoc, and about half of those have graduated. The other half at various stages of completion. Of course, we've graduated more masters because masters is 2 years.
That's true.
And PhD is 4 years. So, but you know.
But do some of the master students come onto the PhD program?
Absolutely.
Oh,
In fact,
okay.
that one of the beauties of the model is
Okay.
that we've created a full pipeline.
Okay.
In fact, some come in through the internship. So we have an internship program, which takes students to do their national service, but we call them interns.
Okay.
And you know, because we give them an opportunity to do hands-on research, to participate in various processes as part of their 1 year program. They do, you know, community outreach and all those things. So we call them interns. And so some come in as interns, and then they enroll into the masters, and then some of them then compete for PhD scholarships.
Wow.
Some of them compete for postdoc scholarships.
wow.
Oh yeah. So we have people who have gone through the entire process at WACBIB.
Really?
Yes. I have students who have been with me since.
Next time, bring some to the studio so that they can come and testify.
Oh yes.
Oh wow.
I have students who have been with me since they are undergrad, and they are now postdocs.
Really?
Some have become faculty.
No way.
Yes.
All the way from first degree.
After first degree.
Oh, wow.
And they've benefited from scholarships all this way through. Yes. So these are some of the things that we are most, you know.
But they must also learn to write grants now. You see, if you benefited, you must start.
It is the culture of WACBIB.
Okay. Okay.
Even as students, we push them to write for grants, small grants, for travel grants, to go to conferences. So it is part of the WACBIB culture. So when you are trained at WACBIB, writing grants becomes part of your life.
So what you have been fed with, you must feed others
You
with.
must feed others. So we teach them to be self-sufficient.
Okay.
You know, so you have to learn how to fish.
Indeed.
Because we've given you fish, then we teach you how to fish.
That's right.
Because that's the only way you can survive here.
Yes. And keep the funding going.
Exactly. So that's part of the package. You come through WACBIB. By the time you get through the system, you know how to look for grants.
Let's speak finally about the international students you've graduated, because if they've been with you from undergrad, they're here.
Yeah.
But what's happening to Gambians or to Kenyans or what's happening on that side too?
Yeah. So
are they also grateful for the blessing?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
So based on the World Bank requirements, about 1/3 of our enrollment
Must be international. Excellent.
So it means that, you know, all these numbers, always about 1/3 are coming from other African countries.
Indeed.
So we're talking about, you know, 140, 150 students from other countries.
Indeed.
So what we did was that we had partnerships with research institutions and universities. You know, some of the leading research institutions, you know, MRC, the Gambia, you know, MRTC, Mali, you know, University of Ibadan, now University of Lagos too. Right now working with University of Liberia, you know. So these partnerships allowed us to work with those institutions for them to help us recruit talent. Okay. Some of these people were even working at those institutions. Indeed. And maybe they had a master's, but they needed to do a PhD.
Yeah. So they could take like a study leave.
Exactly.
And then enroll at
So because of that, the majority of them went back to their countries, went back to their institutions.
To use the skill they've acquired.
Exactly.
Perfect.
So, in fact, it's one of the most profound impacts that we've made.
Indeed.
Is that if you look at the data, 86% of the PhD students that have graduated are on the continent.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow, that's a big percentage.
Yes.
Okay.
91 of the postdocs are on the continent. 91% are on the continent. Wow. So you see the impact on the brain drain. If these people were sent overseas,
I think World Bank should give you 80 million now.
Exactly. I hope they are listening.
No, you need 10 times more.
Exactly. So basically, the model is working. That you train them here, you empower them to be successful here, and they stay here.
Yes.
They stay here.
Then we can build the continent together.
And what is even more interesting is that some of them are not in their own countries. They've gone to other countries.
Wow.
At Wagrim currently, we have several who remain there and are working there.
Really?
Permanently.
Really?
Yes. We have Kenyans there, Nigerians there, Gambians there, working permanently.
Really?
Yes.
So it means you've cross-fertilized the talent as well. So you don't even have to, you've increased their employment mobility too. So you can move because you are skilled.
You're skilled.
On that movement and very skilled note, we've come to the end of part 1 of our riveting discussion with Professor Wandari. Please stay tuned for part 2. See you soon.
Next on Titans and Trailblazers.
Leaders of institutions in general,
yes,
particularly academic institutions, have to learn is to be faithful to the core business, which is academic quality.
There you go.
You cannot build an institution by picking favorites.
There you go.
You have to focus on the quality.
There you go.
Work with the best people
there you go.
that you have.
Yes,
and try to bring more, more smart people.
That is it. Quality matters.
Quality is the most important thing.
That is it.
Whether the people are your friends or not.
Work with them. Oh.
Titans and Trailblazers is brought to you by the MNC Group.